No going back now. Let's do it. 1 million silver. Take it all. Give me that champion. Bang. There we go. She does look awesome though. Hello everybody, it's Crash coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. We've done the fusion, now is the moment to see if the champion is good anywhere or is all about the looks and nothing else. The champion indeed, it looks amazing, like huge shout out for the guys that are designing these champions because they are taking them to the next level. They look super cool, I really love them. The way they design champions is amazing, like 10 out of 10. But when it's about the skills on them, I feel like they're kind of lacking creativity, to say like this, because nothing interesting comes out. Especially recently, I haven't seen a crazy good champion to be like, wow, this champion has so much potential in so many parts of the game, like just wow, you know. So we have Pyxniel here, guys, fully maxed, fully booked, masteries, all the good stuff. We have her on a deflection set, a speed set. Let's have a quick look at the skills for whoever is not 100% familiar with all the stuff she does or she doesn't. We have her A1, Mistress of Glamours, attacks one enemy, has a 30% chance of placing a Veil buff on a random ally for one turn, cannot place the Veil buff on this champion. So, fully booked, she has a 50% chance to place a Veil on a random ally. I know I said I'm not gonna book this champion, but then I decided like, I will book her for you guys to see what she's capable of, because I know a lot of you guys, they still want to fuse her, so I said I'm just gonna show you what she can do on her full potential. Can we make her work anywhere in the game? Then we have her A2, Grip of Winter, on 3-turn cooldown, fully booked. So before we read the skill, honestly, if you get lucky with 2 books to go directly into this skill, call it a day, run away, because 18 books are a lot of books to throw in a single champion that honestly it doesn't offer that much. So we have places a 60% increased defense buff and a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. Then attacks all enemies under freeze debuffs. Places a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns on all enemies under freeze debuffs. So we have increased defense, we have continuous heal. A lot of other champions, they do increased defense. A lot of other champions, they do continuous heal. One continuous heal is not that huge, honestly, for as a healer. So getting increased defense, you can get it from rare champions, from a lot of champions. So then talking about her attack on enemies under freeze, yeah, you can pair her with somebody else that has freeze. You can pair her with a Tormin, with a Ray, with a Gurgo, with a Luria, etc. But then she's not doing the job anymore because the other champions are doing her job. So unless she hits like a beast, like a truck to actually wreck the enemy team, is no point in using this skill, honestly. We do want to have freeze from herself, we don't want to bring in other champions. So the problem that I have with all these new champions coming out, they're all dependable of different champions. So it kind of ruins the fun, because you can't really create anything too interesting with the champions that keep on bringing at the moment. I'm not talking about the other 2 Void Legendaries, because they kind of look amazing, so one of them paired with her will actually be insane. But rather than that, I feel like she could do more. Places a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns on enemies under freeze. Again, freeze. If she's not landing any freeze, she's not gonna do any of these things. Then we have her A3, Icicle Barrage, on 4-turn cooldown, fully booked. Attacks 5 times at random. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. 50% chance fully booked. With masteries you can get up to 55. Has a 100% chance of placing a freeze debuff on enemies that receive 2 hits. So that can happen, especially if you go in arena, somebody's definitely gonna receive 2 hits. And when a random attacks is fairly low when it goes on every single enemy, honestly. If you go in a dungeon or something like that, it's not really gonna happen. Then we have the passive. Whenever an enemy places a freeze debuff on an ally, has a 20% chance, 35% chance fully booked, of stealing the freeze debuff and placing it on this champion instead. So that means when an enemy lands a freeze on my teammate, she's gonna get that freeze. It's a 35% chance for that to happen. Then has a 25% chance, 40% chance fully booked of filling this champion's turn meter by 25% every time they receive a freeze debuff. So I would assume that counts even if she gets it from the ally, so she'll be getting turn meter every time a freeze comes her way. Then we have the next paragraph here. We have a 35% chance, 50% chance fully booked of removing any freeze debuffs from this champion at the start of every turn. If there are multiple champions in this team with this skill, only one will activate. Now, Sniper, I don't think is gonna help. Talking about Sniper is the mastery that I'm talking about. I don't think it's gonna help and increase any of this right here because it's not landing a debuff. So Sniper mastery, I think, is gonna be useless for it. Again, deterrence to counter attack when an ally gets a freeze, sleep, etc. Probably it's not gonna work because she's gonna get a freeze and she's gonna be frozen unless she has the chance to remove it. So I don't think she's gonna be able to counter attack with that either. I'm not 100% sure. I tested it a bit, but I couldn't notice any difference. I think the chances are just a bit too low to actually notice it. Then her aura increases ally resistance in arena battles by 80. So fairly decent aura. Shame is only for arena because I know she looks like an arena champion, but her AI is too dumb to be an arena champion. So we're gonna talk about the AI in a bit once we get to test her and stuff. So let's have a quick look at the total stats. Her base stats are actually pretty good. Almost 19k HP, 1k attack, 1.2k defense, 103 speed, crit rate, crit damage just regular, 30 resistance, 20 accuracy. Total stats on her, guys, we have a 47k HP, 2k attack, 2.9k defense, 250 speed, 73 crit rate, 99 crit damage, 159 resistance, 395 accuracy. So I haven't put her on immunity because I want to see how good her passive is. If that freeze actually helps in a way or another to remove it from the allies and stuff like that. I've put her on deflection so she can transfer the freeze back to the attacker. We'll see if that will happen as well. So I have a HP gauntlet, accuracy chest piece, speed boots, defense amulet, and a ring. And I have a cleansing amulet as well, so a 8% chance more to remove a random debuff from herself each turn, and accuracy banner. Masteries, we have a defense and support, so I'm gonna give it a go to see if she can make damage as well, guys. So we're gonna have a look at a different build in a minute. First, we're just gonna take her for a spin in the Ice Golem. That's the dungeon where she can shine. I don't really see a big use for her in the Dragon unless you want some control on the waves. Fire Knight pretty much the same, so I think the best dungeon for her is the Ice Golem. For the Spider as well, unfortunately, is not an AoE attack from her skill on her A3, only on her A2, and they need to be frozen, so you need Tormin or somebody else in there to have some fun. So let's have a quick look at the masteries. We have a pinpoint accuracy, we have a charge focus, we have swarms meter, we have a rapid response to get more turn meter when the buffs expire, evil eye to decrease the turn meter on the enemies, cycle of magic to decrease the cooldown a bit on some of the skills, lasting gifts to increase the duration of the buffs we're getting, like continuous heal, increased defense. Then we have defiant, we have a mighty endurance, decreases the damage received by this champion if it has a stun, sleep, fear, true fear, or freeze. So because she will be getting a lot of freeze, decreasing the damage a bit more is not bad. Improved Parai, we have a resurgent, 50% chance to remove one random debuff from this champion when they lose 25% of their max HP or more from a single enemy skill. This would have been good as well, 30% chance of placing a block debuffs, but I haven't gave her this because I want to see her passive in action. So that's the reason I haven't picked this. You can pick it. I want to showcase it to you what she's capable of. So if I'm blocking, giving her a lot of immunity, she's not really gonna show us what she's capable of. Then we have a delayed death, we have a cycle of revenge, we have retribution, and we have fearsome presence to increase the chances of landing those freeze. So there she is, guys. How I said, she looks amazing. That's the build we have on her at the moment. Fully booked. Madman what I am, I actually threw 18 books in that champion, but let's take her in for a spin in the Ice Golem first. The boss does land freeze on our champions, so I'm gonna take out Lydia from here, and I will be bringing in a reviver. I'm gonna take Arbiter in here, just so we have a bit of a revive heal and stuff, because I have a feeling if no, we'll be getting clapped. So let's see if her passive can help us in any way here. Okay, they're doing their job. So how you guys probably noticed already, she started directly with her A2. That makes her a big oof for Arena, kind of makes her a big oof for most of the places, because her A2 requires freeze. If she's not gonna use her A3 to freeze enemies, her A2 is gonna become half useless, because she's not gonna land the weaken, she's not gonna attack enemies that are frozen, because she's not freezing anybody, sorry, if you know what I mean. So her AI is super bad. She should definitely be starting using her A3 and then use her A2, so like this she can actually get to attack them and land weaken. But unfortunately the AI is bad on her, so that's the biggest oof so far with her. Now let's have a quick look here once the boss starts to smack us. If he's landing any freeze on anybody, we can kind of see if she's moving it, removing it, or stuff like this because of her passive. It's just gonna pop on the screen here. So that's not what we've been looking for. Okay, we blocked the revive there. Phoenix is so good here, guys, by the way. Stagnite is amazing here as well. So it's not a fast team here, we're just testing it, okay? Okay, so no freeze landed, because her passive didn't proc from what I've seen. Let's see. Come on, boss, hit us a bit more. Hit us a bit more. Freeze, no freeze on anybody. We do have that block revive, which is a clutch. Okay, some freezes maybe. Now. Doesn't seem to happen, right? Okay. So now the passive procced. So I think she removed the freeze from Stagnite, and then she managed to cleanse it from herself with that 50% chance. From what I've seen, I think Stagnite was gonna get a freeze by the look of the animation. Again, somebody here was about to take the freeze. She removed it, even from herself as well. So it's not a bad thing in this sort of aspects in the game if you're going against freeze champions. We do have in Doom Tower a lot of Tormins. So let's just say she has a bit of a use there. Okay. So that's Ice Golem done. Let's take her in for a spin in the arena. In the current build she is at the moment. Now we only in gold 4 at the moment, so I'm hoping we're gonna find some decent teams to fight rather than just bots. Okay, I'm looking for Tormins, guys, so we're looking for freeze champions here. Okay, that's a hegemon, that's a bit of an issue there. We can go against this team, we can go against this team, and we can go against this team. Okay, so let's see this team here. Should we go in like this? No, let's take Tormin out. And then we're gonna try her with Tormin as well. Let's bring some damage dealer. So let's bring Mountain King in here. We have a bit of shield, thermometer boost. So let's see what's gonna happen. So how you guys can see, I'm not rocking immunity because I wanna see how good her passive can, how much the passive can help us in arena. So right now, if for example I'm going against freeze, can she help us? Can she be good at this part, or is just a super low chance of happening and that's about it? So by the looks of it, she removed the freeze from herself. It's frozen right here. So I'm not sure in this situation if she gets a freeze, another ally gets a freeze. Is she capable with her passive to remove the freeze from the ally and put it on herself as well? So she cleanses the ally and then she can even cleanse herself with her passive, or is just not happening. So if I leave it on auto right now, she's gonna use her A2. So that will create just more freezes here. So let's use her A3 here. We freeze 3 of the enemy team. That's good. That's actually awesome. Okay, so she froze now because we buffed. So I just want to buff and buff and buff and see how often her passive comes in play here. And can it be some sort of a clutch for us? We got that provoke from Ignatius there. That's fine. Okay. So she freezed. She removed the freeze from herself. That's good. Counter attack. So seems like she's not placing the veil when she counter attacks. So that's not great. Or maybe the chance didn't proc actually to land it, right? I know even if we're losing the fight, that's fine. I literally just want to see the passive in action. I don't really care about winning the fight. First, that's what we're testing. Then we're gonna use her to win fights. But the main thing we want to see is, can she help us? We might not even lose though, but freeze, freeze. So, okay, we blocked here. So, okay, she removed it from herself. That's great. Let's heal up. Put the defense up a bit. When an enemy team is frozen, for example, you'll be doing less damage, okay? So you gotta keep that in mind as well. Having freeze is not as great as you would think all the time. I would rather get a stun or anything like that because freeze kinda decrease the damage by a substantial amount. It's not as great. Okay, we got that Torment down. Let's take Aymar before he creates us more problems. And let's revive her. Okay, frozen, frozen. Her passive does come in play here, so she removed the freeze from herself. Okay. Let's just say she might be a bit helpful. Honestly, if you have a Sky Touch Shaman, don't bother. Don't bother. Don't bother. Because you're cleansing the whole team, you get blocked debuffs, revive on that. Crazy heal from her, so much better overall. Smash Lord, even Battle Sage, she can be more reliable because she cleanses the team 100%. Battle Khazar, then we have the rare champion, I kind of forgot her name right now, Reliquary Tender. So there are many other better champions than her at doing the job of cleansing, and they don't just remove freeze, they remove pretty much most of the debuffs. So let's go again here against this team and see how she behaves again. So we have a Torment there. Frozen, frozen. Her passive didn't came in play there. Okay. Now Quisk, let's buff even more. Okay, we got that fear, unfortunately. We didn't manage to use the skill on him. Okay. More. She freeze. Can she remove it? Let's see. Freeze animation is still so bugged, like I kind of hate it honestly because it takes so long. So she didn't remove the freeze from him. She didn't remove the freeze from herself. So let's take down, who should we take down? Let's take down Arbiter first. And now let's take down this guy. Oof, that was so close. Okay, counter attack. Veil, no Veil on nobody. That chance didn't proc. Unfortunate. I wish it would have been at least 100% the chance to proc the Veil. At least she would have been a bit better, at least at that part. She has just too much RNG. That's why I don't like the champion. Too much RNG, dependable of other champions, and the chances she has are pretty low to actually do something. That's the main thing I don't like her. Now, I leave it to you guys. If you like her, build her, fuse her, etc. Up to you. A lot of the epics from there, they're amazing. In my opinion, the superstar of the show there is a rare champion, but up to you what you want to do. I'm showing you what she's capable of. How you guys can see, it doesn't seem like she's capable of much. Maybe you guys played her in different ways, different styles, so you found a better use for her. So I'm quickly gonna change the build to see if she can make some damage, and we'll have a look again in arena. So we're back at it. Savage set, speed set. Even though honestly I don't think she's meant to deal damage, we're still gonna try to see if at least she can do damage, if she can really offer many other things to our team. So total stats on her right now, we have 32k HP, 4k attack, 2.5k defense, 217 speed, 103 crit rate, 228 crit damage, a bit of accuracy, resistance. We have crit damage gauntlets, attack chest piece, speed boots, attack banner, crit damage amulet, and we have an attack ring. That's the shield right here. We have the helmet and the weapon. Masteries, well, we swapped on her. We gave her Helm Smasher as tier 6. We went on offense masteries, like proper nuker masteries. So let's see what she's capable of. Let's take her in the dragon first. They have more HP there, so we can actually see everything that's happening. Let me get a Draco in here. We're gonna boost her attack up as well. So Draco, where are you hiding? I think that's the wrong one actually. Let's get the one from the vault. I think that's the one I'm using in CB, right? The other one, he might be a bit slower for her now. Right, so there we go. There we go. And then we're gonna put a freeze champion with her as well, that goes faster. So, we're gonna try this skill first. What was that? 34k hit, Savage, Helm Smasher. Yeah, she doesn't deal damage, guys. Okay, so we've seen that. Time to use her other skill now and see if that can deal damage. Who knows? We might be surprised here. We might be in for a treat. Yes and no. So the HP bar was around here. So we took half of the HP bar down on them. So I don't consider her being able to deal damage in these manners. Let's see her A1. 61k HP. Seems like her A1 hits harder than her AoE attack. And then her A3. Which is a bit of a shame here. 76k, yeah. So if you want to deal damage, her A1 is the way to go, boys. Single target and take them down. Yeah, so honestly, she just doesn't deal damage either. So doesn't deal damage, doesn't bring much utility to the team. 18 books that you gotta consider. She looks dope. Makes the vault glowy. So that's my opinion on her, guys. You can see what she's capable of. We're gonna try her in arena as well to see if we can actually one-shot somebody with her or we cannot. But yeah, I am a bit let down by it. I've told you, she's not meant to deal damage. That's definitely a thing. So there's no point to throw another champion in here that drops freeze, because we've seen what she can do anyway. So that's her full power here. Not much, honestly, not much. So do let me know how many of you guys are actually gonna fuse her. And rather than just fuse her, how many of you guys are actually gonna build her? So I really hope they're gonna revisit this champion, take a look at it and give her some sort of a buff, because as a Christmas fusion, I feel like we kind of deserve something a bit more special than what we got, honestly. Comparing with the last few fusions, she's really not that crazy. So let's see, what team should we attack here. We can go on this team right here, then we can go on this team right here, and we can go on that team as well. So let's start with this team. So we're gonna use Madame Service instead here. We're gonna use Lissandra. There we go. And yeah, we can use that one. We have plenty of accuracy on this. Okay. Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Let's remove that. And A3, come in play. We one-shot at Arbiter. But just looking at the fact that we did not one-shot at Lanakis and we did Arbiter, that means that that Arbiter was super squishy. Okay. Any champion in these stats that can deal damage would obliterate the team. Just because of that Savage set. And of course they would have a higher attack because of their base attack. But this is the gear from Aitos actually. So he has no problems in wrecking everything, farming a nightmare campaign and stuff. So I think she's just not right. Okay, so we have a tankier team here. Let's see how we deal with that. Okay. So 20k, and I haven't seen the numbers here. Wicked here, and nothing on him because they're random hits, of course. So we killed 2 of them. Not bad. But then Kale can do a much better job. He'll obliterate the whole team. So honestly, yeah. Not too happy about that part. But let me know your thoughts on the fusion, guys. I wanna hear them. I wanna know your opinion. Am I going crazy? I'm just being a bit harsh on the champion. Honestly, I don't think so, but then you can be always right. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe for more content, turn on notifications to see when we upload next, and I'll see you all soon on another video. Till then, peace out.